Hey guys. So I switched from my personal channel to the more briefing centric channel, I guess. But anyways, the 170's been going really well. Kind of had some weird things go on, just high phosphates. Fix that with a phosphate reactor until it gets lower, and then probably I might take it offline depending on how steady it gets. All that good stuff. Had some weird SBS issues, really more Monty issues, where they were kind of fading and I didn't know why. All my parameters were good, nitrates were kind of high. And then I read on a forum on Reef to Reef, I think it was just a random thread, but basically somebody said, try dosing aminos. And I'm like, okay, that might make sense because maybe they're not getting nutrients. And I had noticed at every time I did a water change, it was this, kind of looks brown since the lights are out, but it's this Superman Monty. He would always perk up like when I did a water change. So that was really weird. I'm like, okay. Obviously I could keep doing water changes and it would bounce back, but I don't want to do water changes unless I just really have to. It's kind of like if you've been watching BRS's videos, don't change good water. I feel like I have good water. There's just something that I was missing. But anyways, I dosed aminos, and then immediately it kind of did the same thing as when I would change the water. It would get most of its color back. So it's only been 2 weeks now, but I've been dosing aminos. I think it's a Aqueon fuel, I think it is, something, Aqua Vitro fuel, that's what it is. Been dosing that. Actually, a lot of things have perked up since I started dosing that, Monty's included. So yeah, getting some really good Monty's growth. It's kind of funny because some of my plates that I had thought had died and I took out, parts of where it grew onto the rock are starting to grow back, so that's really good. Kind of makes me wish I went through them away, but I guess another one of those live and learn moments. Everything's doing really good in this tank. It's kind of dirty right now. I need to clean the glass. It's kind of funny. This side of the stand stays really clean and this side usually stays pretty dirty. I think it's probably like a flow issue that I need to kind of work on. I did have both of the MP10s in the back, but I moved them to the sides. And the main reason was I started putting acros up here. You can see that one's going kind of crazy with his polyps out, and those two not as much, but also they're doing kind of similar. So I upped my flow on those and I moved them around, and SPS are doing a lot better now. So it's kind of those things. It's like, why didn't I do it a long time ago? But I just kind of didn't think about it. And then I also, my nitrates keep kind of climbing and climbing, and I kind of figured they would. There's not really a whole lot of rock in here, and yeah. But also, let me open this up. You'll notice that the fuge is gone. I just wasn't getting good results off of that, so I took it offline. Luckily I was smart and put the coupling right there, so I could just unscrew it, no big deal. You'll notice there's my phosphate reactor, and there's, sorry, not phosphate reactor, my GFO reactor. I do have a very little bit of biopellets right now, because I had read that you really want to start it off slow, so it's like a quarter of a dose, if not a little bit less than that. And I just put that in there a week ago, so I don't even think the bacteria is in there yet because I didn't dose the whatever you're supposed to dose yet. And I also moved my CO2 scrubber somewhere where it was a lot easier to manage. It's kind of crazy because if you look at this whole setup, it's just kind of jam-packed full of crap. I literally don't have any more room to put anything. Obviously I could plumb some stuff better, but yeah. It's actually funny because this smaller tank I did a lot better job managing than back when I had my Reefer 350, and I had a lot more room in there. And of course, some of this stuff like the GFO reactor and the biopellet reactor, once those get a little more stable, I could probably remove those. I could also put some more rock down there, and that would help with the the biological filtration and such. I just haven't done it yet. And the other thing that's kind of happened that is pretty exciting is I got this guy. So yeah, I got a stand with a sump on it, so that's awesome. But anyways, this is a Reefer 750. I kind of miss my big tank. I miss having the big fish. I miss having the room for sure. So I don't want to say a lot on this yet because I'm going to do some other threads on there, some other videos on this. But yeah, this build will be coming shortly. It's going to be a longer build because bigger tanks are more expensive. You know, 1 light, 4 lights, you know, stuff like that. It gets really expensive. Not to mention just the tank itself is pretty expensive. So that'll be coming along. More about that later. I think this coming weekend, I'm actually getting the actual tank itself installed. We don't really have the manpower to move the actual aquarium, so we're getting some help with that. And we're doing that this upcoming weekend, so that'll be awesome. So yeah. But anyways, there's nothing wrong with this tank. I'm still gonna keep this tank. I don't exactly know what I'm gonna do with it, because I'm probably gonna take that light off, considering that light's expensive also, and I'm gonna need it on the other tank. So I don't know if I'm gonna make this just a softy tank. I know my wife would really like that because she really likes, you know, the Zoas and all the big LPS, the Euphyllias, all that good stuff. Especially, like, if it's up to her, you know, we'd have Zoas, Euphyllias, those SPS, and just blue light all day long. And that's it. And a pufferfish if she'd have one, which I've considered like maybe a small Valentini or something. I don't know yet. But anyways, this tank's gonna stay around. Yeah. So that's kind of my update for now. Everything's going really good with this tank. The only thing that is kind of weird about this tank, and it's not weird like bad, it's weird like weird, as I mentioned it before, but there's like a ton of little baby snails in here. I don't know if I can find any right now. I don't know if you can see them, but they're on the rocks. And the lights just went out, so you might not be able to see a bunch of them. But there's definitely a ton of them in here, and they'll all come out like late at night. And then I have like, I don't know if you can see it on that rock there, but there's a, I think it's an Astrea snail. Call them like the little ninja star snails, kind of like this guy right here. He started as a little baby, so I don't know. I might be able to stock my big tank with the snails from this tank. Who knows? But it's been going crazy, which I'm assuming is a good thing. One thing I am doing different on the other tank is this is just an Irradion. I am going to do the Aquatic Life T5 hybrid, and get a little bit better light coverage with the T5s, hopefully. I'm kind of sort of nervous because I started, the hobby with, I think it was Aqua Illumination Vegas. So I've started with LEDs. I've always liked the color of LEDs. I like the way it brings out the fluorescence in the corals, so it's going to be interesting. And then on my 350, if you remember, I did have some Giesman Auroras. But I don't know, I never did like them a whole lot. I blame it on the fact that to me it was mostly a T5 light and then supplemented with some LEDs. Whereas I want the Aquatic Life fixture, to have the T5s, but it's also going to have 4 LEDs. I'm thinking Radions. I might also go with AI. I think it's 52 HTs or something like that. Sorry about the washer in the background, it's super annoying. Let me see if I can edit that out. But anyways, I haven't quite figured that out yet. But like I said, it's going to be a long process. Lots of money there. I told my wife it's probably not going to be like really up and usable until like probably a year from now. But she says, yeah, right. So we'll see how that goes. Um, anyways, I think that's it for now. I'll catch you guys in a little bit. Probably not going to have as many updates on the 170 right now because it's kind of just stable doing its thing. I will update you guys later and kind of do a video with the lights on so you can actually see it because the lights just went off. It's just kind of a spur of the moment thing. But yeah, most of the videos going forward, at least for a little bit, are going to be on this guy. I'm super excited about this tank. This is definitely the biggest tank I've ever had. And I'm hoping it'll last me a long time. So yeah, I don't want to go too much in this because I don't want the video to go too long, and I want to have a separate video just for this guy. Anyways, guys, this is me. Talk to you guys later.